Sanjay, we've always noticed that in all your films, you have pretty iconic and strong female characters, and the stories are very often from their point of view. And Heera Mandi seems to be, from their perspective. So you just talked about how the courtesans lived. We didn't know how they lived, but we would love to know more about your perception of how they did, and tell us a little more. Take us into a little bit of a deep dive into their lives.
Don't you think you should wait for a few months to see
No,
actually
give us a hint. Can't wait.
What is the point in telling? I cannot explain.
We're just bullying you into
They are
telling us a
such
little more.
beautiful women. I feel that every woman in her life, every woman is a queen. She should be treated like a queen. Yeah, my mother was a queen. Your mother is a queen. You are a queen. She is a queen. Every woman is a queen. And these were courtesans who, behind their veils, were real women. They felt so much pain. There was so much that they went through. And yet they would come in the evening and sing and dance. Now look at those lives. They're called the courtesans. They do not have a very a place in society. Society goes to them. They please those men. They entertain those men. And they go back to their dark world. And once the prime time is over, the courtesan is dead and over. She's forgotten. So how are you going to, what about those jewelry that they wear and the makeup they wear and try and disguise and camouflage all the anguish that they feel? This is what is being told through the series, and these wonderful women have performed so beautifully. They're such nuanced performances. Manisha and me did the first film together called Khamoshi, which was about...
Genuine Manisha Koirala in the house! That's silence for you. She was first film.
Yeah, so right from my first film, she played a strong character, where she played a daughter to hearing impaired parents who didn't want to let her go. A similar theme in Koda also, but that was 25 years ago. To Nandini, to Parvati, to Rani's character in Black, they were all strong women. I feel all directors that I have loved, Raj Kapoor, Yash Chopra, K. Asif Saab, Mehboob Khan Saab, Bimal Roy Saab, Guru Dutt Saab, they were all who told beautiful women's stories. They understood that she's a creator of man, and therefore she needs to be given a place in literature, in cinema, in art, in every which way. So these were the great filmmakers, V. Shantaram. They always told stories of women. They were not telling necessarily stories of men. So if there's a Bajirao, there's a Mastani also for me. So as long as there is no Mastani, I would not make Bajirao. So as long as there is no Padmavat who holds fort and fights that war and goes into fire, I would have not made that film. So here is now, 7 women, 8 women who are inspiring me to say, oh, this is how you fight suffering. This is how you fight to stand for dignity. This is what dignity means to even a courtesan, even to a sex worker. Dignity is very important. That was the theme of Gangubai. So I've always granted learning from these great filmmakers and all great literature also. It's celebrating a woman, that is, I think, the most difficult part for a filmmaker to be able to execute it. It's easy to say it, but, and when you have beautiful women and beautiful actors like that, I'm launching Sharmin into it, and she's also playing a very important part. So all these women, when they come around and perform, then they're telling something that you want to say. It's difficult. It's nuanced. I hope all that I'm bragging about right now actually reaches people and it converts onto the screen, because you're always insecure about it. A filmmaker is always insecure. That drives him to do his best, work harder, because will I get this right? I got Gangubai right. Now will I get Heera Mandi right? So I work harder. So what hard amount of hours I've worked in Khamoshi to the number of hours I work in Heera Mandi is tenfold more. Because I want to keep giving the audience, who I love immensely, my best and more and more and more, till the day they tell me to shut up and sit down and say, we've had enough of you. But I feel that Heera Mandi has got those nuances which you will find in the great Kamal Amroi's Pakeezah. Heera Mandi is also my tribute to the OTT platform to those great Mughal-e-Azam and to the great Pakeezah, the great films that we made in India. Mehboob Khan Saab's Mother India. Heera Mandi will actually be that tribute to them. So.
Oh my God, cheers to that. Wow. All I can say, ladies, is if there was a country for women, we'd want Sanjay to be president. Really, honestly. Yeah, nobody thinks about us. This is great.
Absolutely.